Twit's looking a little different today.
I can't stop shaking. I'm awfully cold.
That's an awfully cold hand to hold. Been a busy week, but let's start with some boring stuff. More Earthspark slop, yes. I'm pretty sure this is a Cyberverse figure, just repurposed for Earthspark, as many of them were. Oh, it's got lights. The Optimus looks fine. Looks like it'd be like simple fun, but also thoroughly unremarkable. I don't like how this looks. Like, I know it might be accurate or whatever, but it just feels wrong. Oh, it's comparing with the other one. Oh yeah, because this, I remember seeing this shelf formed like crazy. Did it ever go on sale? I feel like I never saw it go on a deep enough sale to justify buying it, but I imagine this one has a similar future ahead of it, because I think it was like $30 or something. Oh, is this the warrior figure? Is this a repacked version of the warrior figure? It's a pretty undignified way to have him though. Like, he really is just seated in there. It's not particularly elevated. It's kind of funny. This is a silly, oh, there are sounds. Okay. Truck to playset. That feels a little generous. Let me know when it becomes $15. $10. I'd love less than 10. Got color shifters. I don't know if there were listings for this, but it goes from tracks into what's his face? The pedal that is loud, I believe. Does he get a new symbol? Is there a Decepticon symbol that appears here? What's the tech on this? What's the technology? I cannot wait for these to arrive. I'm big on Thunderbeak introducing this new little play pattern thing where you can pop this on top of their little core chest and make room for a fifth blast, a fifth energy crystal or whatever. I'm glad they're iterating and expanding upon this thing instead of just resting on their laurels, giving us a bunch of limbots forever. And I believe it showed Thunderbeak as a limb at one point, so you can have him as a backpack. I could have sworn I saw him being used as a limb somewhere. I mean, he has the parts for it. He's built just like all the other ones. Ignite Leo looks so good. This looks like a Brave head design, maybe a Power Rangers Zord. Drill No Horn is the funniest name of all of them, and I love his dopey little, oh, it's so cute. He's a little miner man. And then Spirituan. Ugliest colors for sure, but they're the Rock Tribe or whatever, so it makes sense. You got a mean Knight-like head sculpt. I love Dinobots in the Knight aesthetic. Can you tell Age of Extinction was formative for me?
Statue 2704.
It's so hard for me to pick one that I'm most excited for. I love this line so much. And having gotten it in hand, I know I'm gonna love these figures. Only real complaint is the lack of head movement. That is a major bummer. Everything else, you know, it's a kid's toy, it's excusable. Love that you can put the lion head on the front. I know it covers up his face a little bit, but very Leo Breaker from Cybertron. We love that. He's so dinky. Oh, I love him. And I like that he has like the Earthspark / Cyberverse Seeker head. That's pretty neat. New leg pieces as well. Everything else looks to be pretty much standard, except for the obvious new kibble pieces. I'm wondering what the makeup of the line is going to be like in totality. Like, are we going to have even numbers of each elemental tribe? And how many of the backpack ones are we gonna have? Because we already know we're gonna have 4 of the core characters. Like, you got Optimus and Megatron and Nemesis and the Dark Megatron or whatever. Are they gonna make enough so that you can have a 5-piece combination on all of them? That would be pretty sweet. Although, less so for my wallet. But if they keep making them, I'll keep buying them. Speaking of things I am so excited for, God, this was a good week. Swapticons! Swapticons! Oh, it's so good. Love that the only thing that they could think to team Scorponok up with was himself. This weird desert camo Optimus is pretty sick. Hound, this is a very troubling head sculpt. And Quacky, if you're listening, it's not Cup, buddy. It's not Cup. But I also love that they're still pulling like deep cuts. Like, our first exposure to the Seekers isn't one of the main ones. It's a cone head, and then also an even more obscure cone head. Ramjet and Sandstorm, like G2 Sandstorm. And then of course there's Optimus Deco. Only complaint I can muster here is that it's weird that Hound is this color. I understand why some fools might have thought it was Cup, but the front half Scorponok looks great. I can't wait to put this on the back half one. Hopefully this means that we're not gonna have any outliers. Like, if we get another 5-pack, presumably that means we'll get another other 5-pack. I'm so excited for more of these. Some more Dr. Wu, and I've honestly lost track of which cassettes they've done because I could have sworn they already did these. They look really nice. If I'd started in on Dr. Wu when they first started doing cassettes, I might be tempted to do this, but I feel like if I got these, it would just make me feel bad that I didn't have their others. And then I'd want to go back and get the others on the aftermarket, and it would just be a whole thing. These do look really nice, though. And a pretty convincing cassette mode. I feel like a lot of the time, well, you know, like with this, a cassette mode is kind of just the shape of a cassette, but this is a real, genuine, good attempt at making the cassette mode look like a cassette. What are we doing? It's just Deluxe Megatron again, but remolded? What is the point of this? Reissue of the previous Earthspark Warrior class. Is it Warrior class, or is this? No, this looks like Deluxe class. No, is it not? Is this the warrior class? Hold on. Oh, maybe this is the warrior class. Oh, so it doesn't have head pose ability. Is it just a repack, but it also glows in the dark? What are we doing here? Was this like preordained? Did they decide to do this ahead of time? Why? Why? Oh, Lord Megatron, don't turn me into a marketable plug. These are interesting picks for an opening wave of these. Is this an opening wave? Are there more of these? New Mochi Bots transpo. Oh, it's wave 4. Okay, I was gonna say. Why do we have War for Cybertron Mirage? I don't think I've seen or heard of Mochi Bots before. I don't know how much they are, but I don't have a particular interest in them. Ooh, it's a really middling upgrade kit. Nah, it's like fine. Oh, it comes with stickers? So this is for the Toy Deco box set, I guess. I sold off my Legacy Menasor. It really wasn't doing much for me. And it did have the upgrade kit attached, and it did okay, you know, and it looks good. I just don't think Legacy Menasor is a particularly great figure. And especially with how bad the shoulder ratchets are, like I had no interest in ever playing with it again, so. And you know, I say that, but as soon as the G2 Motormaster gets announced, I am buying it. Oh, completing sets. What a foolhardy errand. More Wild King. We're eating good today. So Nemesis Prime and Shadow Megatron. I'm not caught up on Wild King, so I don't know if these guys appear in the fiction at all. Interesting that Nemesis Prime is still an Autobot. Still waiting for the unofficial subs to come out. Apparently the person who's doing the subs is moving, so
Imagine moving.
but we get a Stegosaurus. I will say, cute as it is, this gap is pretty frumpy. This is not a great look. Also has a Nightbird head for some reason. Love it. We've got a bull. You know, the bull looks good. Are the hands new pieces? Is it all new pieces? Those hooves look different from the hooves I currently have. I think those might be new. Or wait, no. No, Leafback has those. Okay, so it's mostly reused parts. I guess the head's the only new thing, but you know, that's what you pay for. You know what you're getting with Wild King. Got a little bit of a Fort Max kind of look to him. Look at that head. I could see that being Cerebros. And then a dang saber-toothed tiger. Get out of town. Come on. That is sweet. All the colors are gorgeous. This wave is much prettier to look at than wave 2 was. It is interesting though that we're only getting 3 Limbots here. I wonder if we're getting odd numbers from here on out. And I wonder how many waves we're getting also. And are Megatron and Optimus the only core robots? Are we gonna get some more? Lots and lots of questions, and also the names are sick. Abyss Rain, Lava Mulator, Frost Saber. Oh, get out of here. I love this line so much. And I love that these aren't like hard to find exclusives. This is just wave 3. 2 2-packs and 1 standalone. What more can a girl ask for? Ooh, this has some hullabaloo. And spoilers for the rest of the video, like you don't already know about it, but this gentleman here is the only one who we haven't seen now. Legs are looking a little skinty, but he seems to be pretty bulky up top. Looks like he's weaponed up. I'm very excited to see what the TF1 Seeker mold looks like, because presumably I will be buying it a lot of times. The rest we can talk about in a minute. Oh yeah, and this is happening, especially after seeing 86 Megatron next to the Earthrise Seekers. I'm kind of done with the Earthrise Seeker mold. It is not up to snuff. We need better, we deserve better, and we're probably not gonna get better. So also Refractor, whatever. Another kid's toy? Mega Sting Bumblebee, Cyberverse Ultimate Class Stinger Sword B. Wow. I mean, whatever, it's for kids, who cares? It's not like the budget for this thing was gonna be put into one of your Studio Series figures. Ooh, more Swapticons. So we have this shot of Clench and Nemesis Prime, which we did know about, and they look just as good as I was hoping. Is this our first Clench figure since the 80s? God, the colors are pretty. I love this neon green, and both of them together look so good. And we get a look at the rest of the wave. So this is definitely Grimlock. This is Snarl? Maybe? I don't know. I can't really tell the Dinobots apart. And I also don't really care to. Is it going to be like a T-Rex? I wonder what they're going to turn into. I'm curious to see how they deal with that. And then I'm pretty sure this is Shadowcat or Black Panther. What's its name? Shadow Panther? What? I don't know. But this is Ravage. So it's probably just going to be the Cheetor Tigatron situation again, but with these two. So it'll be good because those are my favorite Swapticons. Oh, I just saw that's a Stegosaurus. Okay, so this is Snarl. So wait, is it going to be Grimlock as a T-Rex on the front half and then a Stegosaurus Snarl on the back? How are they going to do the Dinobots? I'm very intrigued now. And then we got our first Seekers, Starscream. And is Starscream going to be the back half? That would be so funny. It's either that or they made Slipstream look exactly like Starscream. But yeah, our first Fembot Swapticon. Much like with Wild King, I will keep buying them if they keep getting made. I have no complaints. Unbelievably excited. Then AMK Pro Bumblebee Movie Soundwave. This is a design that I think is easy to get wrong. I think it all comes down to the visor shape. And this looks like they did a good job of it. Because I feel like, especially with the Studio Series figure, it looks like sad, a little bit forlorn. it doesn't quite work. Hopefully it's good. Got some Cyber World trailer. What am I looking at here? That's an Optimus. That's the logo. That's Bush, George W. Is that Bodalita? I heard about Bodalita. Oh yeah, that's Bodalita. These are interesting screen caps to choose. Ooh, Seeker. I hardly know her. Oh, that's the money shot. Pretty sure this is Snarl here because he has the asymmetrical shoulder pauldrons. Bull Megatron standing against Scorponok. Interesting. Big Boy Grimlock, presumably Optimus, Bumblebee, Alita? Yeah, I don't know. They're apparently really short, so I shouldn't have any problem watching it. I think they're getting released on YouTube too. I wouldn't say I'm excited, but you know, this is some cool imagery. Hopefully it's fun. That's all I can ask for. And here we go. First off, the person who leaked these is a piece of garbage. So as cool as it would be to watch the video that they released showing off the figure, I'd say don't support them. They're threatening to dox people. They're generally just garbage, and they're trying to sell this figure now for $800 on eBay. Do not support them. But this is on TFW. They're not getting any kickback from this, so we can talk about the figure outside of them. And what a figure it is. Oh. Okay. So first of all, the size is perfect. Slightly bigger than Optimus and just as bulky. Exactly what I wanted. I think a fair critique of 86 Optimus is that he's a little bit broad. It's not exactly on model, which I'm not too terribly bothered by. And I think the best thing they did was they carried that over to Megatron. He's similarly a little bit more broad than I think the animation model looks, but I think it works. He also mogs Galvatron really hard. This does not look like it should evolve into this. This is kind of embarrassing, honestly. Oh, we're gonna need an 86 Galvatron 2.0, aren't we? And no, it doesn't look like he really shares any parts with the Fallen, but whatever, you know, maybe they learned some lessons from the Fallen. I think that's the MP36. I don't know, I can't keep the masterpiece numbers straight. I do like this head sculpt more. I think the shape of this is just better. Maybe this is more accurate, but I think this is more pleasing to the eye. I can't really describe what it is. This is Squatter, and I think the squatness looks better. He's got a little bit of a wide long face. He's a little bit of a horse. Back in the 90s, he was in a very famous TV show. Oh yeah, I can't wait to make them kiss. And the tank mode is pretty nice. I don't think it's anything particularly special, but it didn't need to be. All you needed was for Megatron to be a serviceable tank, and there's like no kibble. It's very clean. It looks like everything locks together very nicely. What am I looking at here? I've heard some complaints about the bluish color on his shins. I'm pretty sure it is animation accurate. It doesn't bother me, honestly. I think it's kind of a refreshing look for him. It feels like the spot of color that the white thighs are for Optimus. Like, not necessarily what we usually get, but maybe something we should have been getting. And the fusion cannon is a little weird. It feels a little back heavy. I think it's just something we're gonna have to get used to. Nice weapon storage on the back. That's sweet. It is unfortunate that he doesn't come with the mace. Articulation seems to be up to snuff. I love that these are universal joints instead of having skirts in the front. Obviously you have the side skirts, but it's nice that these will just go forward unimpeded and backward unimpeded as well. Also very clean. Practically no kibble anywhere. Got all the articulations, got the opening fingers, waist, ankles, everything, you know. No hollow pieces either. One complaint I've seen is that it's parts forming to get this onto his back, but I don't know. How would you have done it? I feel like there's no good way to do that. It honestly doesn't bother me too much. It doesn't bother me on Megatronus. It doesn't bother me here. I'm very curious to see the way that the transformation go. Oh, rolling wheels! Oh, yes. Yeah, the colors are beautiful. Transformation looks interesting, judging by this. So I'm wondering if the legs are like compressed versions of all this stuff. Like, do these unfold outward? Because if you look at the backs of the legs, yeah, it's like folded up pieces. That would be sick. I'm very excited to see how this works. Very excited to have it in hand. Oh my god, it looks so good. I really hope the hand feel is good. We deserve to have a Megatron as good as 86 Optimus. And maybe this is it. Please let this be it. And then please make 100 different repaints. I'll take toy colors. I'll take Magnum. I'll take safety Megatron. I'll take hologram Megatron for that one frame when he's turning into Galvatron. I'll get it all if it is just good. Please just let it be good. Oh yeah, and then also, you know, Overwatch character. Concept art character, so the only thing she really needed to do was exist, which is good because it doesn't look like she's doing much else. I'm assuming this was like this looks like a patented McLaren, yeah. So presumably any concessions were made in order to keep the vehicle mode good. Head's weird for sure, but you know, it's Age of Extinction. This is what the concept art looked like. And speaking of the concept art, it's also more orange. And I've been told that this is not the car that the concept art turned into. Originally, apparently, WIDOWMAKER had Stinger's vehicle mode. So I kind of appreciate that they changed it to not just make her another Stinger. It's nice that she doesn't really have a backpack. Yeah, no, the kibble integration is pretty good. It seems like most of the car mode goes into the backs of the legs. Got the wings hanging down. Yeah, I don't know. This seems neat. One of my friends said it seems like Studio Series, like the movie stuff, is regressing a little bit. Like it feels like we're back in 2018 era for car formers and stuff. And I can definitely see that, but I think this is a fair shot. I would not mind paying $25 for this. It's a cool car, and it's a fembot we've never gotten before. Honestly, my only real concern is how the hair is gonna hold up over time. Presumably it's a soft plastic, and it looks like it's hanging down the back as well. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't crumble to dust. But yeah, if I saw this on store shelves, I'd buy it. Who knows, maybe I'll even order it. I'm pleasantly excited for this. I think this would be fun. Ooh, and we get our first in-hand look at Scavenger, and wow, he looks bad. It's probably not markedly worse than any of the others. I am honestly relieved that he doesn't have either wrists or a waist, because again, releasing 5 of them that don't have that and then making the 6th one have it would just be a slap in the face. It sure is Scavenger. It doesn't look like he does anything especially good or interesting, but if he feels just like the others, then I am not pressed. He looks like he will do exactly what I ask of him, and what more can you ask for? Because if you asked for more, it wouldn't be exactly what you asked of him. And if you asked for less, but less is more,
But
means
more
the
or
same.
less,
So if you
ask
want
for
less,
less,
then
well,
more is less
but
than
wanting
you want,
is just the
according
root
to the
of
Bible.
evil.
I don't know, he'll probably be fine. We got some Age of the Primes Reckon Doom. I had these on pre-order on Pulse, and I don't know what's going on with Pulse. I tried to switch over to Amazon, but when I canceled the order, I didn't get a confirmation, so I don't know. These 2-packs traditionally do not sell terribly well. I see them getting dropped by $10, $15 pretty regularly. I will probably pick this up pretty soon. The fact that it is a character that we haven't gotten a figure of, like, ever, could mean that this one sells better, and it does look good. I just hope the plastic is more dense than the detritus release, because that figure feels awful. Siege Hound was great. Felt great, transformed great, posed great. Legacy Detritus posed great, and everything else was terrible. Hand feel was horrible, everything was thin and rattly. So I really hope that this feels good, because it would be nice to have a good Physitron. Iron Fist. It would also be nice to have a good Iron Fist. Oh yeah, and they're coming out as well. Went through the same thing with them on Amazon. I don't know what's going up with Pulse. Pulse won't even let me change my shipping address, so shout outs for that. Get your website together, please. And Carnivac looks good, you know? I've never had a problem with the Weird Wolf mold. I've heard some people's copies can break. I hope they fixed whatever caused that on this version of it, but we've had like a decade of plastic improvement, so I can only imagine that it'll be fine. Knock on wood. He has a spot on my Pretender shelf. And then I don't know what's going on with this. I saw this like 4 days ago, but it looks like it keeps getting pushed to the top. I'm very curious what is going on with this. But you know what? Honestly, I don't even want to look at the gallery. I hate this set. Every day, I feel like I see new posts about issues. Apparently, Magnus has some stress marks from combination. Apparently, the hip ratchets on Prime can break. I don't know if these are isolated incidents, but on top of everything else that's already happened, it's not even gonna matter to me anymore if the Optimus figure is good. Like, I'm still waiting to find out when my replacement is coming. I just have Magnus and Blue Bolts and Cerebro. I have nothing else. And Magnus is fine. You know, he's big. He was pre-yellowed, which was so cool. And Hasbro hasn't released a statement on them yet. No public announcement, and every single person I've talked to who's talked to Hasbro has gotten a different answer. So their customer support doesn't know what to do either. This is a disaster of a launch. The entire experience is ruined for me. And honestly, if I could, I would probably cancel my Leo Kaiser. Poor show, terrible response. This has got to be one of the worst experiences I've had with a toy ever. And I feel like a chump, honestly. So yeah, let me change my shipping address, fix your website, tell the fans what to do about the toys that don't work that you sold them, get your shit together. But yeah, 86 Megatron looks pretty good, huh? Sorry to end on such a sour, dour note, but there's a lot of good news this week. I'm probably most looking forward to 86 Megatron, followed pretty close by Wild King Wave 3, and I guess Wave 2, you know, I still don't have that yet. And then the Swapticons and then everything else, you know. There's a lot to look forward to, but Omega Prime is not one of them. Don't smile because it happened, baby, cry because it's over. Oh, you're supposed to think about me every time you hold her.